I've been wearing Lolita since 2009. I've been into Lolita for a little longer than that, as I'll cover in a later question, but I've been wearing it. I got my first Lolita dress in 2009 and my wardrobe has grown since then, so I've been wearing it since then, I guess. First came across Lolita in 2005. Wow, that's so long ago. I was randomly Google searching. I think it was something to do with goth, and I found the Morbid Outlook article on Gothic Lolita, and the rest, shall we say, is history. Well, after I found the Morbid Outlook article, which I found quite interesting, and I found the pictures with it really pretty, I googled Gothic Lolita and I found Avant Gauche. I hope that's how you pronounce it. I'm never quite sure with that one. And I just found the pictures of the scans from the Gothic Lolita Bibles really beautiful. And so I decided that this was something I wanted to wear. I was particularly fond of the pictures of Mana, who, as a lot of people do when they first discover him, I thought was a woman. Not that it really matters, he's a beautiful man, a beautiful woman, it doesn't matter. I like what he wears. And I also really liked the, a lot of people know it, the old arachnophobia, what's the word, advert? My first item was the Rosa Crucifix, I think that's what it's called, corset dress from Rose Melody. It was something that I just found it really pretty and I really wanted it. So I spent some Christmas money on it a few years back and it became mine, and it was the first in a long line of things that I love. I went to my first meetup in 2011 at the Whitby Goth Weekend. Oh, was it Goth? Oh no, that was the year of that crazy split. It was actually Whitby Alta Fest, because Goth Weekend was the following weekend. That was the year of crazy and bizarre and totally pointless. But I went to a meeting in Sherlock's Cafe. It was a very small one, and it was pretty cool. We drank tea, ate soup, and it was kind of fun. But I'm not really that into meetings. I mean, I like going to the occasional one at a special event like Whitby Goth Weekend. If there's ever a later event there, I like to go to those. I like, theoretically, if there was to be one at Mariluna, I would go to that too, as long as it didn't clash with the band I wanted to see. I like special meetings like that, but I'm not so into the sort of meet your local community every other week kind of thing, because, you know, I kind of like to have something in common, a bit more in common than with people than dresses, you know? Gothic. That was the first style I saw. I was into goth already before I became a Lolita, and I keep saying this, but it's something I find pretty and I like to wear pretty things. Although strangely enough, actually, I've been wearing a lot more classic lately than gothic. I'm getting into classic, but I kind of like to sort of straddle the line between classic and gothic. My favourite brand is, oh, let's see if I pronounce this. My favourite brand is Moi Memuti? Is it Moi Memuti? I'm really bad at French, especially nonsensical French. It makes no actual sense because it translates to my 10 months or me 10 months or something like that, which just isn't even a thing in France. It's my favourite because well, as I said, one of the first things I saw when I first discovered Lolita was a lot of scans of Mana, and I like the look he had going on. I love the big hair and the blue on black, and I love a lot of the blue on black that Muti does in design. I just think it's pretty, yay! I'm wearing my favourite dress today. It's my Forever in Black embroidered underbust. I just really like the embroidery on it. It was a custom order. I saw the embroideries on a website, Urban Threads. They look really lovely along the bottom of a Lolita dress, so I spoke to Queenie and we got something sorted, and we came up with this design, and thus it is now mine. And I have a separate video about this JSK, and you can watch it clicking here. Well, my friends don't really care how I dress so long as I'm happy. That's why they're my friends. My boyfriend, again, doesn't really care how I dress so long as I'm happy. We have different styles of dress, but you know, clothes aren't really that important in the grand scheme of things with a relationship. As for my family, my mum likes it. She, in general, quite likes the style. I think it makes her a little bit proud that her daughter isn't just into mainstream fashions, because she was a goth herself when she was younger. My grandma quite likes how it has a similar silhouette to some of the things she wore in the 50s. My other grandparents, I'm not that sure if they're keen on it, but it doesn't really matter because I don't really see them that much. And I never really asked anybody else. I think it might embarrass my brother a little bit, I don't know. Oh man, my entire life would be different, practically. Wow, I wouldn't have got into university for a start. The project I did in college before I applied for university that got me inspired and made me definitely decide that I wanted to get into fashion involved Lolita. What happened was I didn't even apply to do fashion originally. I wanted to do archaeology, but the course got cancelled, so they were all like, oh, just wait it out another year. And I was like, well, I want to do something in that time, and I just picked a random course, and I ended up doing GCSE fashion and textile design. And at first I was a bit like, I'm not that good at this, what do I do, what do I do? And this was around the same time as I first discovered Lolita back in 2005, and my awesome teacher was just like, okay, if you're struggling at this, bring in a stack of things that you like in fashion, and then we can go from there. And I brought in some of the printouts of scans from Avant Gauche, and I ended up getting really inspired once she talks me through how to get inspired by other things and how to take small elements of things and make them my own and come up with my own ideas from them, and how to be inspired by other things. And so that was the beginnings of how I got into fashion. And in my second year of my national diploma, I did a great big print, dry print piece. I hope I still have pictures of it somewhere because I don't think it exists anymore. I think it was in my grandma's garage when it flooded, which would be a shame because it was so lovely. I did this great big dry point of skulls and tarot cards and things that I'd been inspired by Muti designs for. I think this was my first distinction. and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what managed to get me my place in university. And if I hadn't have gone to university, I might never have met my boyfriend, which is weird because he lived back at home, but I basically met him because I listened to his radio show when I was kind of bored at university, and because I went to university in Galashiels and there is literally nothing in Galashiels. There are sheep and a bingo hall and a giant Tesco, and you know, once you get over the fact that the Tesco is massive, you know, there's nothing entertaining about Galashiels anymore. So I was listening to his internet radio show, and we kind of got talking and ended up meeting, and it kind of worked. Whereas if I'd have stayed at home and not gone to the university I went to, I might never have met him, or if I had have met him it would have been at a different time. It might have been earlier and he might have been with somebody else, and you know, we might never have become a couple, you know. Wow, I went off on a tangent there. So yeah, without Lolita my life might have been totally different. Well, as we've already discussed, I really like Mana, but I also really like Masako, which a lot of people find a bit strange when I say that. I like the doll sort of aesthetic she has going. She has really cool aesthetics, and I think she's a really smart woman, and I really like the stuff she does. Therefore, I guess her and Mana are sort of tied for my inspiration, really. Oh, this always comes up. A lot of new people think that everybody into Lolita is a complete bitch and it's all drama all the time. I'm not gonna lie, some people are pretty bitchy and some people do sort of revel in drama, but you know, that's not everybody. It's a very loud minority, really, so you know, just the best thing is, since they love drama so much, the best thing is to ignore them, really. But really, in general, not everybody is so mean, so you know, if you have a really bad experience at first, don't worry about it. We're not all like that. And another thing, I suppose, on a similar note, is sometimes new people get a little frustrated when the first comment they get on an outfit they post is negative. And you know, sometimes as a new person, you know, you have to make sure that they really are just being negative about it and not that they're trying to help, because sometimes people perceive things as being negative when they aren't. Like, you know, if somebody says, you know, that skirt is just too short really for Lolita, or that those cat ears don't work, or oh my god, did you buy that from Milano? They're not necessarily trying to be mean, they're just trying to help, because cat ears are not Lolita. Milano, oh god, no. And well, I am guilty of wearing things a little too short myself sometimes because I'm tall, but you know, there's a difference between being a couple of inches off the top of your knee and sort of a mini skirt, really. So, you know, and just make sure that they're trying to be mean before you go accusing someone of being mean, because I've practically been called a Nazi conformist cheerleader myself when I've been trying to help people, so, you know. And I remember what it was like being new, so I'm just trying to help sometimes. Well, my future plans are just to gather a bigger collection of pretty things, really. I'd quite like to get a few things off my wish list at some point. Maybe I'd quite like something quite big off my wish list at some point this year, hopefully, so fingers crossed for me. I just realised I still have a lot of hair ties around my wrist. Anyway, that was the Lolita tag. I was tagged by Phil the Porcelain. Well, I wasn't really, she tagged everybody who watched it, so was I tagged? Was I not tagged? I did watch it, so I guess I was tagged. If you watch this and you haven't already been tagged, then I tag you. I will include the questions in the description bar, wherever that may be. If you like this video, thumbs up it. If you didn't like this video, thumbs down it. If you thumbs down it, please at least leave me a comment to tell me why you thumbs down it so I can be better next time. And I will be back with a hair tutorial very soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it done this side of Christmas. If I don't, then I will get something done after Christmas, I promise. And I'm going to do some outfit videos as well, so I'll see you then. Goodbye!